There's something awesome that's happening this morning. We were going to do it last week, and Destiny couldn't be here because she was doing the show in Alabama. But this morning, you know, we're just family around here. We don't sing songs like we are family, not be family. We're family this morning. But this morning, the girls really wanted to do something to honor our pastor. And I just think you're going to be so blessed with this. So give the Lord a hand clap of praise as they come to honor him.
People have misinterpreted what I teach. The gospel is good news. It's not about here, it's way up here, and it's way back here. I hope I'm not way out there, because if you're trying to follow me and you can't see me, you're not going to follow very good. Is my microphone working okay now? The good news is for everybody. Some people just have it in their heart to judge. I've already been judged. He took my judgment. I have a concept of him today that I've never had before. I used to be one of the best at beating the sheep, or at shearing the sheep too closely, or whatever phrase you want to use, but something happened a little over 2 years ago, and I had a revelation that his heart was so much bigger than mine. And he said, if you'll just open your heart and let me enlarge your capacity, you'll understand how to love people the way I love people. What has happened in our world is simply this. Most of us have heard the gospel preached through the paradigm of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Everything didn't begin, and it's certainly not going to end in Adam. It all started in God, and it will all end in God. If you're minus Jesus, you're minus everything. Jesus Christ being the finished work, plus or minus anything equals religion. If you don't have Jesus as the all in all, as the answer to everything, then somewhere you're going to come up short. The gods of this world just don't have the answers that the people of this world have need of in able to survive life. Jesus Christ is the only way, the only truth, and he is the only life. Period. End of story. You take that out of the equation, you got nothing. And God is challenging our indoctrinations of man and our customs and our traditions, and he's challenging those things that have taken more power in our life than this word has taken in our life. And most of it we blame on this, but we have so bought into customs and traditions and doctrines of men that we don't really have a clue what this book says. What he has empowered us with the ability to speak languages that all men understand, are going to start coming about. Sometimes we're going to be speaking maybe in our English language, but it's going to be so foreign to our ear, we think it is some foreign tongue, in an effort to communicate with somebody the wonderful works of God and tell them how to embrace him, because he has already embraced them. My upbringing was entirely different than how some of our children are being brought up. And yet, I couldn't preach as effectively when I preach today without that heritage. You have to understand that there is a reason why some of us got messed up in our minds.
After the last tear falls, after the last secret's told, after the last bullet tears through flesh and bone, after the last child starves and the last girl walks the boulevard, after the last year that's just too hard join the war. After the last, this marriage is over. After the last young girl's innocence is stolen. After the last years of silence that won't let a heart open, there is love, 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 love. There is love. And in the end is oceans and oceans of love and love again. We'll see how the tears that have fallen were caught in the palms of the giver of love, the lover of all, and we'll look back on these tears as old tales. 'Cause after the last tear falls,
It's the goodness of God that causes people going that direction to turn around and go this direction.
secrets told.
It's that magnetic drawing force of love that brings people to it.
After the last child starves and the last girl walks the boulevard. After the last year that's just too hard, there's love. There is love.
When we begin to allow His love to just absolutely consume us and overtake us, it makes a difference in the way we approach humanity in the marketplace.